Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the 55th topic, Magnetic Selling Skills by Mr. S Prakash.
Good morning. I don't want to teach you the concepts. I just want to sell myself. A person with about 30 years of background in sales. Started my career in programming. Within a year, moved on to selling as a profession because I didn't like looking at the monitors and writing code. In the first couple of years, my performance was found to be good, where I was promoted to handle dealer management. Within a couple of years, I was absorbed by a very big company. Went on to head the marketing, and one of the records which I still hold as far as I know, that almost for 3 years back to back, I was the salesman of the year for the entire company with about 200 to 300 people, and my annual targets were normally completed in the first month of the year. Just to put the credentials in place. The second point is that I have written quite a few books. The first book that I wrote on sales was published in 1998. The first effort as an audio compendium, where for the first time in India, the entire product was released through the audio mechanism, where the recording, the product development, the packaging was completely done as one single individual. The package was found to be so good that Tata McGraw-Hill bought the worldwide rights and repackaged and sold it in 2001, which was the bestseller for that year in that category. Why I'm saying is, selling is a passion for many of us. But for many of you out here, selling is a must situation. You may be wondering, I am just a management graduate, I am just a housewife, I am just a daughter, I am just a father, I am just a person working in a government department. Would sales really be necessary for me? All the time, there are only two things that we are doing in our life. Either we are selling our ideas or we are buying somebody else's ideas. When you find a movie to be good, you are bought into the idea of the director. When you find a song to be good, you are bought into the idea of the music director. When you sit across the table and handle the interviews, the techniques apart, the questions, finally, in that half an hour, 15-minute window that you get, you're doing nothing but selling yourself. I want to just take a quote from Einstein, borrow it, and then package sales in such a short format as a seed which will lay in your heads and probably grow into the banyan tree that Adaya tree is today, the largest banyan tree in Asia. Einstein said, things should be simple, but not simpler. You should not make it so simple that people don't give any value to what you are saying. At the same time, keep it simple. I want to keep sales to just 3 words, rather an acronym I have developed and I have been propagating for several years. I call it as MAS. The M in sales stands for meet more. The whole job of sales for many of us who have been in selling, the hardcore selling of getting into the field and actually selling, it's about enhancing the quality of leads that we met, which get converted into prospects, which get converted to customers, which get converted into repeat customers, which gets converted into awards and performance and growth for all of us. Law of averages, to put it quite simply, keep meeting more. What we call as prospecting techniques. The enough books, you can do a Google, you will be able to find. The prospecting doesn't apply only to those people who are, say, taking a bag, going out and selling. It applies to those, all of you are going to apply for a job 1 or 2 years from now. It applies to each one of us who are into training, consulting, or whatever we are doing. The more people we meet, the more ideas we sow, the chances of one seed catching up and becoming a seed and into a tree is far better. Meeting more is the first acronym that I wanted to use. The second one, which is, okay, I have met people, I have opened up doors, I have got a lot of inquiries. What do I do next? The second acronym, the part of the acronym A, stands for ask more. This is what in sales parlance we call it as probing techniques. I have met someone, I have created the initial interest. They have shown some interest in what I have to offer, either as a service or as an employment, or as a probable girlfriend or a boyfriend or a would-be or whatever you want to say. I have created the interest. I have engaged them in a conversation. You need to ask for more. What do you have to ask? You have to find what they need. Everyone has a need which is hidden. If you are here today, either you are meeting the needs of your dean because she needs a crowd here, or you are meeting your own needs of being here to whet your intelligence and borrow some inputs from whatever 56 topics is going to provide you. The people who are watching us on the web, we have been getting enough inputs. They are meeting us here right now because they have a need for whatever topic is already published. They are tuning in and taking it because they have a need, and we have found out by asking several people as to what they want to hear and then putting together a program. We asked more, we met more. We met a lot of people. In the last 5 years since the dream was conceptualized in our head, we met a lot of people to take it and convert it into reality. And when we found a common thread between us and MMA, the need actually converted into this program. When we asked for more, automatically it happened. Okay, I have met people, I have asked for more, I have probed, a set of probing questions, techniques, whatever you have. I found the need. What do I do? The last word, the last letter of the acronym MAS, S stands for serve more. When you serve more, it is not just about converting an order into sales. Many times one of the things that happens in relationships, in organizations where we make sales, where we meet customers, the challenge is normally the salesman is lost from the scene the moment the order is converted. As we always say, the job of a salesman starts with an order, doesn't end with an order. You go ahead and start serving more and more so that the client has no other option. I always tell people, no one has the time to go out and buy. If we are here to help them to sell, we are here to help them to buy right, they'll keep coming to us. When you buy from a grocery shop, normally you never change for the rest of your life unless the service is bad. You go to a barber, you go to a dentist, you go to a tailor. Normally, many of the essential services we never change because the service is good. The only time we change is when the service is bad. The same is true for selling also. People's job is to run their businesses. Their job is not to buy. Your job is to go and help them to buy, whether it be your employment, whether it be the service that you have to offer. If you keep meeting this repeatedly, just work on this mantra of MAS. Meet more, ask more, serve more. We'll just say it again today as a crowd so that it gets into your programming, as Mr. Shanmugha Sundaram would say. M for? I don't hear you. M for? Okay. A for? S for? Okay. Now go and put it into action. Knowledge in action is a skill set. We'll stop the selling skills because we have to time to meet. 10:45 is the time given. I'm going to move on to the next topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand finale of 24 hours non-stop round-the-clock management conclave is speaking to a climatic close with the final 56th topic, You Are a Winner, by Mr. S Prakash, CEO and Principal Consultant, Sea Change Consulting, who are the knowledge partner for this memorable event, which is jointly organized by MMA, Konrad Adenauer Foundation, SRM University, and Sea Change Consulting.
Thank you once again. The first and the last topic, the beginning and the end. This is how the script was written, and the script is unfolding today. The script that is unfolding today is ending with a climax on a topic called You Are a Winner. I had written quite a few scripts for the climax and finally settled on a script which is very close to my heart. My guru always used to say, when there is a clash between mind and the heart, go with what the heart says. I am going ahead with a very small clip that I recorded a couple of years back for one of my clients, which is very powerful, which is something which would make you see all the 56 topics being put together, and the whole thing sort of comes into a crux in a capsule of just about 12 minutes. In this 12 minutes, what I want you to do to make and get the maximum benefit of this, ensure the moment you start hearing the music, you keep your eyes closed. Whatever happens, whoever is in the auditorium, all of you right from front to back, I want everyone to keep your eyes closed till the audio ends. You will get the cues automatically. As you are going through, just feel and visualize that whatever is being said is actually happening to you. You would understand what it takes to be a winner. You would understand what are the qualities of a winner and how all the 56 topics that you have covered was born because of the seed which had been germinating for a long time, found the right soil in MMA, and then we had a campus like SRM to let the tree grow. We are going to see that happening. Next 12 minutes, you are going to listen to some amazing insights into all the 56 topics put together. I'm going to start it now. I would request all of you to close your eyes and wait for the music to start. 12 minutes at the end, you can open your eyes. Relax. Kindly switch off your mobile phones. Please close your eyes and live through what is being said. For your benefit, it would be nice if you can relate to the character being portrayed. Feel as if you are the character being talked about for better empathy while listening. It is going to make a very big difference to your life and change the way you look at life once and for all. This is a true story and a story with a great message, an effective story with full of free learnings. There was this leading dealer of computer products, a professional who had been in the industry for more than a decade. He was dealing in one of the best known PC products of India. His company was cruising along when disaster struck in the form of mega schemes, scheme after scheme run by the leading PC company of India. Till one day, the company decided to pull the rugs under its dealers' feet after collecting huge sums as advances towards the schemes. They did the Indian rope trick and vanished into thin air, along with the dealers' huge advances paid on behalf of the customers. The amounts involved were huge, very, very huge. Customers who had paid advances were also cheated and left to be handled by the dealer. This one stroke was enough to cripple the dealer's financials and his normal life beyond redemption. On one hand, the dealer was cheated by the largest PC company in India. On the other hand, he had to handle the customers who were threatening him with dire consequences if their money was not given back. From a very comfortable financial position, the dealer was driven to bankruptcy. Adding to his agony, his mother had just passed away in a heart attack, and he had a just-born baby girl in his wife's hands. Such was the turmoil around him, he even contemplated suicide, which he could ill afford as he has a family to protect and live by. And that is not his guru and the system of meditation he was practicing had taught him to do. It had taught him to live up and face life. The pressures were too much for him to handle. It was a do-or-die situation in every sense of the word. The immediate responsibility on the shoulders of the dealer was to handle the customers who were getting more and more irate. He had the choice of either facing the customers or running away like many other dealers did. Will adversity get the better of the situation, or will he laugh adversity on its face? He took a principled decision to stand by his customers. But for this to happen, funds had to be mobilized. Very huge sums, and that too at a very short notice. All his earlier savings through the business dried up in the first round. The second round saw all personal assets coming to mortgage. The debt gap was still large. He had to resort to personal borrowings through known circles for very huge sums and at astronomical interest rates. Putting his head in the guillotine, he took risks beyond his capacity to repay. Money was now on hand, but was there a point in just giving back the money to the customers? They needed those systems anyway for their use. At this point of time, customers' interest alone were foremost in his mind. A few suppliers lent a helping hand, and so did his customers. The short-term problem had been more or less solved. The long-term problem still remained: how to pay back those huge debts. This terrible feeling kept haunting him as he tried to think about how to make things better. He was bound and chained by his own actions. He was faced with a no-win situation and had no choice of escape but to face the consequences. He could not practically seek justice in the courts of Indian law. The situation was such, he had to put up with everything in order to survive, even if it meant living below normal means or getting by on a very low key. He felt stifled, trapped and uncomfortable because he had no voice. He was supposed to be free, but he wasn't. He had made a choice to let the beauty of the so-called freedom pass by because he had so much to lose. He gathered his pieces and realized that there should be a way to live confidently and be the best that he can be. Can he live a fulfilling life beyond the fears he faced? Yes, he can, he thought. He created an intense desire in him and put the past behind him. He took a hard look at himself and the circumstances. The dissatisfaction with his situation created in him a great desire for change, which was the first positive step he took. He pushed the shackles to the back of his mind and began to freely live his life. It was not an easy task. He believed in himself first, got on his feet and got moving. So, liberating his mind was the second step he took upon. What is the life's purpose? What should be tried and achieved? So, he took an inventory of his life. He found the power of deeply held aspirations inside him. He took the third step of dream to win seriously. So seriously, he found the resolve and the means to attain it. He set his short-term and long-term goals and set specific deadlines for it. A goal is like a road map of your life that leads you in a certain direction until you get there. So his fourth step was to get a focus and a direction for his life. He started practicing to be persistent. So many times in life, a lot of people knock on the door once, and if no one answers, they walk away. Or if they get the wrong answer, they walk away. He wasn't normal. He is that guy who always keeps knocking on the door. If he cannot get through the door, he will try a different door, or he will knock on the same door again and again, or he will go through the window, maybe through the block. He will come through the roof. He will do whatever it takes to get that face-to-face meeting or get that business. Practicing persistence over and over again was the fifth step. And the final part, the sixth step, being self-motivated or inspired to take action. Do we ever pull the trigger? Do we ever shoot the arrow? These ideas about believing in yourself and being enthusiastic and being persistent means nothing unless you are willing to take action, my dear friend. So, as you can see here, the key statement is to take action. If you build that on top of these 6 ideas, then you will be successful. You will be self-motivated. You will be inspired. And you know what else you will be? You will become inspiring. People will look up to you and they will attach themselves to you. My dear friends, he decided to dream big. He dared to be free. Today, he holds his head high and proudly says that his decision paid off very well indeed, making him totally free. The same is possible for each one of you to achieve. All it needs is a decision to dream. You know well that doing the same things again and again will get you the same results again and again. No better. You need to take a decision to do something different and positive about your life and for your family. Friends, if you still need a reason to make a decision, just look at the innocent faces of your children tonight when they are sleeping, whether they are 2 or 20, and ask yourself this question: what options are you going to give them in a moment of crisis? Look at your old parents or look at your spouse while they are asleep and ask yourself this question: am I ready with options as and when it is needed? Am I in a position to fulfill the dreams and needs? After all, I am everything to them. Should I fail in my duties if the situation demands it from me? Ask yourself these questions and take a right decision based on the facts that you have on hand now. A great future is already with you, my dear friend. It will give you the best of the possibilities, the best of the successes, the best of the victories, the best of the riches, the best of everything that you and I can imagine asking for. Your future is right here with you to help you succeed in your business and in your personal life. Succeed beyond your wildest imaginations if only you are willing to dream and dare to be free. Go ahead and dream. Dream big. Dream really big and set yourself free forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lights on. Lights on, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all have listened to the true story of an entrepreneur. Yes, you would have observed the 56 topics being used practically by this entrepreneur to fight against every obstacle and finally become the winner. Breaking news to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, that entrepreneur is none other than Mr. S Prakash himself.
Thank you. From yesterday till now, we have been practicing the SRM clap. It's time for you to show to the dignitaries what it's all about. Get your muscles free. The SRM clap is going to be given for each person. I'm going to call out when the name is going to be given. You know the SRM clap, right? What is it? 1, 2, 3. You follow? Okay, the first SRM clap goes to Madras Management Association. Start. Okay, the second SRM clap goes to yourself, SRM University and the students here. The third SRM clap goes to Hooghly, the media partners. The fourth SRM clap goes to Kesar, the sponsor of the event for the gifts and mementos being given. The fifth one, where we are standing and talking to you what has been made possible by the backdrops and all that, SRM clap to stage 3. The sixth goes to all the teachers, the trainers, the facilitators, 18 of them who have come and shared all the knowledge. Some of them are here, some of them are not. SRM clap. Okay, one for the organizers, the back end, the students who have been here for 24 hours serving us, taking care of the entire campus, all the people, the electrical, Rajesh, Rajendran, all the people out here. One SRM clap. And having bought 8, I'll take 1 free for Sea Change Consulting. One final SRM clap for Sea Change Consulting. Thank you, thank you, thank you.